Discovery developer update phase 3 extended and phase 4 preview. Okay. This is SoD news from Friday. I have not seen it yet. I've heard some rumors about what it is. Let's take a look. Oh wow, that's a lot of TLDRs. Okay, no, we'll read this. Greetings, Blizzard. The time has been hard at work on the SoD and Kata Classic. There's a lot in Classic right now. Yeah, definitely. It's a good time to provide an update for phase 4. Okay, so phase 4, cutting straight to it. The WoW team has been delivering a lot of content, and this will continue through the next few months, but to land phase 4 at the right time, our current phase is going to last longer than previous phases. So basically, they're pushing phase 4 back just a little bit. As much as this sucks, if I have two options, and this is quite the false dichotomy, there's more than two options, but if I only had two options, and the first option was a game that was rushed and sucked versus a game that people took their time with and was a lot better, I would much rather have them take their time with it and be much better. So I'm fine with it, even though it sucks. Does that make sense? It's like, I would like to play sooner, but hey, I would rather have it delayed if it needs to be delayed. So we're excited to share what's next with you. I mean, and at the same time, we have so much content. Like, I was saying last week that I wish we had more time to No Life Mop Remix. Like, dude, Kata comes out. Obviously, I'm going to be No Lifing Kata. But, like, I almost wish I had another week or two to No Life Mop Remix before Kata started. So there's so much content that, like, I don't mind them spacing it out, man. It actually doesn't bother me at all. So that's fine. So there's that. So they want to like take their time to deliver quality experiences in SoD, Kata Classic. There's just like a lot going on, and that's fine. The next part of this announcement, phase 4 PTR plans. Okay, so there's going to be a PTR with 60 templates so that they can properly tune the raid and they can properly tune player builds. So there's two sides to this. There's two sides to this. The first side is if there's a PTR, when the game actually comes out, there's going to be less to discover. Less of a season of discovery because it already gets discovered on the PTR. In that sense, it sucks, right? You have less of that novelty the day of. On the other side, there's a big pro to the PTR. The PTR is nice because we'll have less bugs on launch. We'll have finer tuning on launch, which means less classes that are just underperforming and overperforming. And we'll have just like a better product on launch. But that comes at the cost of less discovery. So it sounds like for phase 4, they want to try something new and actually do a PTR. For just for clarity, phase 3, no PTR. Phase 2, no PTR. Phase 1, of course, no PTR. So phase 4, they're like, okay, let's do a PTR so we don't just ruin something. And let's get some feedback and let's get some balancing. Let's get some tuning. Is this a W or an L? I don't know. I think there's pros and cons. I might lean like slightly to an, like, if they could do it internally, I feel like doing the PTR internally would probably be better, but it sounds like they have a lack of resources to do it internally, so they need to like reach out to the player base to like get players to test this. They can deliver a better product. So it makes sense, but I really like the idea of like the phase 3, phase 2, phase 1 not having a PTR and having players discover themselves. So that's kind of how I feel. Level 60 content phases. One common question we've been asked is, how will the various raid tiers roll out? We want to provide some clarity and let everyone know we'll be rolling out raids similar to how we did in 2019 Classic, Molten Ani, Blackwing Lair, ZG, and following with additional endgame content and surprises. Dude! Karazhan Crypts, baby. I'm hyped for that. That should be good. That should be good. Sunken Temple adjustments incoming. Oh. During our redesign testing phase 3, we didn't know how the scale and scope adjustments we make to level 60 dungeon gear, tier 1, molten core, and Ani gear. Now that we have a good idea about those, we think it makes sense to increase the power level of some of the ST gear. These updates will focus on caster gear, which feel the most underpowered. I feel like this is just a little too late. I mean, yeah, it just feels like a little too late. Like, I'm a caster, and it's like, oh, ST gear is getting buffed. I'm like, dude, we've already, like, formed for ST, cleared ST, got all the ST stuff, or, like, most of it. It's, like, kind of P4. It's, like, yeah, it's fine. It's not, like, a negative. It just feels like a little late, maybe, you know? But, hey, better late than never. And, And a Grend tweeted out, I understand a bit of delay will disappoint people, but I don't love it either. But putting on my honest and transparent cap, we've got a lot of plates spinning right now. And this is really the right thing to do just for the game. Yeah, I mean, I love the honesty here from a Grend. It's just massive Grend W's all around. They do have a lot going on, and I'd rather have it delayed and have a good product than having it not delayed. So it's fine, fair enough. The level 60 phases are going to be cool. It's my belief that in a lot of ways, level 60 will feel a lot more like 2019 Classic than SoD has so far in a lot of great ways. But in other ways, will be a fun new take on vanilla WoW endgame. Cool. I'm excited for it. I'm there for it, man. I hope phase 4 will be will bring a lot of players back to SoD. I know players that haven't played like a ton of SoD that are kind of just waiting for level 60. Like, is that any of you guys in the chat?